Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podcast Period, the internet's stupidest podcast. My name is Ben, and with me today, as always, is my co-host David.
You didn't neglect to introduce me this time.
Yeah, look at me go.
And
Progress.
you didn't butcher anything.
I don't ever butcher anything, okay?
You messed it up last time.
I messed nothing up last time.
Proof is already out there on the internet. You can deny it all you want, but it's there.
Listen, okay? What I say goes. And what I say is that I messed nothing up last episode. Okay?
You saying it was intentional?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I'll buy that. I'll buy that cop-out.
Okay, so we're back with another normal episode, as normal as these episodes get anyway. Back from our little detour through the land of true crime. We've got some interesting things to talk about, and I guess a little bit of a follow-up for something that we've been talking about for a while now. And we're going to, review Shang Chi and watch some trailers, all that good stuff.
With the disclaimer at the beginning, do as we say, not as we do, because we broke our rule.
You broke.
No, you broke too.
No. Okay, cat out of the bag. All right, look. It's not the same phone. Hold up yours too. Don't even start.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah, hold it up.
It's literally the same phone. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Make sure there's nothing on there.
We both got the Pixel 6. What he's trying to say is he pre-ordered it.
Yes.
I did not. I bought it after it came out. By like a day. But
no,
still.
the same day.
Whatever. Same difference. Anyway, this time it happened to work out because it's a pretty good phone. But we're going to talk about, if we don't get to it sometime during the article, we're going to talk about our experiences with it so far, because, yeah, it's an experience. Anyway, first things first. Let's do our due diligence, do the articles. First one I've got for you guys is a fun one. I don't know. We never talked about this on the podcast, so if this is your only source of news, I'm sorry this is the first time you're hearing about it, but there's a remastered GTA trilogy that I'm not even sure I would call a remaster at this point, because it looks like it went down in flames. Rockstar put out GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas again. All built on the Unreal 4 engine, I believe. With updated graphics, but it doesn't look like it's doing so hot, mostly on the PC launch, because Rockstar servers were down for almost a day, and they have taken it off of PC store shelves, so you can't even buy it anywhere on the PC if that's your preferred choice of platform. I was going to try and play this because I think it was supposed to come out on the Game Pass. It may have just been on the console Game Pass, but I thought it was on the PC one too.
Even if it's not, I'm 100% going to get this. I loved Vice City. I love San Andreas. The only way I can play it is on a non-functioning piece of hardware right now, because it will not. I wanted to play it from the beginning, but there's some issue with the disc I have of Vice City, and it will not load through the first mission. If I load into my saved game, it's fine. So it's clearly an issue where that particular spot on the disc is. It needs to read that information, and it can't. So, I mean, I could always get another copy of it, probably, but...
Or play the PC version.
Which is exactly... Well, that's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
but not like a backwards ported. You got to jump through 50 hoops to get it working. I don't want to do that. I want it to work. And this would, well, it should have worked.
It was the idea was there that it may have worked when you first downloaded it, but clearly that's not the case because it's gone already.
So whatever. Okay. So hopefully they fix it. Is it worth it to do this, or should they have just done GTA 6? Should they just get on with it and do something for 6?
I guess it just all depends on how much work this took them, because, one, clearly it's not the best remaster in the world. But two, it's an old PC game. It can't have been that hard to do something with, and it's not even like we're talking like a 90s PC game, like a DOS era one, moving it up to nowadays, which could be argued that's just as easily done through like a DOS box emulator or something like that. But this is like a early 2000s, we're talking Windows.
Yeah, this is a DirectX
98 XP, something like that. Yeah, it's DirectX already.
This is a DirectX game, so
mm-hmm.
Theoretically, it shouldn't be that hard.
It wouldn't take that many resources to do it, but I don't think
so. Clearly, this is just par for the course. What have they done that hasn't been an unqualified disaster at launch? Red Dead 2, bugged as all get out.
Yep.
The dang launcher was a disaster. The launcher was so bad, it broke my ability to play GTA 5 for a long time because the launcher wouldn't work, but then they forced you to go through the launcher even if you had it on Steam already. It still goes through the Rockstar launcher.
Yep.
So because that was so badly broken and implemented, I couldn't play GTA 5 for a while. It's like, you broke a game that's been on a computer for 5 years, it's stable, there's nothing wrong with it, and you broke it because you introduced a launcher for another game. Mm-hmm. Congratulations. That's something only EA or Rockstar could do, honestly.
Yep.
And I hate saying that because everything they've put out, I haven't done Red Dead, but I love Grand Theft Auto is my life. It really is. I love it. I can't defend them on this kind of crap though. Like, get your stuff together.
You would think with how much money they've made off of GTA 5 alone, releasing it 360, PC, and Xbox One, PS4, and then next-gen consoles now coming up.
They're going to do one
plus all of the stuff through online. Yeah,
Oh, God. I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
So, 2 re-releases, plus the original release, plus all of the money they've been making through GTA Online. A disgusting amount of money.
And we couldn't get a simple DLC.
They couldn't make a half-decent port of a mid-2000 PC game.
Yep.
Let alone single-player DC or DLC for a game that's been out for, 2013? Almost 10 years at this point. Ridiculous. So stupid.
It does look like it does look really good.
It looks nice. People were throwing shade at the graphics because they could have been more realistic, but honestly, the original games never looked that realistic to me anyway. They always looked kind of cartoony.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they leaned more into the cartoony aesthetic.
I mean, what do you want? Do you want updated assets of everything and complete? Do you want it to look like what GTA looks like now? That's not characteristic of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. That's not remastering a game. That's making a new game with an old storyline. I don't want that. It looks great. If it would work.
It does look good. Yeah. Yeah, it's the only caveat, huh?
What buffoons.
Anyway, I think this is the first time we've really lampooned Rockstar in this on this podcast, so probably won't be the last.
It won't be the last.
Considering what this is.
It won't be the last.
Woo! All right, now on to our probably biggest, or the biggest company that we bash, or the company we bash the most, I should say. Let's talk about some Alder Lake, shall we?
Well. What can we say? We could go all positive on this and
the day has finally come that Intel has brought something to the table.
Okay.
That's all. That's what we can say about this.
We can, and we could leave it at that. We're not going to. Alrighty, so to finally break the broken record, we have finally gotten something from Intel that is competitive, which is what we
need. Years, literal years of us talking on this podcast about them bringing anything half decent to the table. They've finally done something different.
Finally. I mean, I don't even think we talked about 11th gen, because it was almost a downgrade in some ways.
We may have talked about it when it came out, but I don't think we went into anything crazy about it.
No,
because it just wasn't worth talking about. After 10th gen, it was it's literally the same thing again, 5 times in a row.
All right, so what did they do? What did they bring us? They have a whole new core architecture. We finally got past Skylake cores. So not only have we gotten past Skylake cores, which is what everything was based on up until now, we finally got off 14 nanometer bin. Finally.
Oh my god.
It's 10 nanometer. It's Intel 7
10 now, right? Yeah.
Intel 7 is what they're calling it, but it's 10.
Right.
Finally got 10 nanometer. Oh my god. We were supposed to have this back in 2017, 2018. Holy cow. This is so bad that it took so long. We have a whole new CPU design. So now we have our performance cores and we have our efficiency cores.
Wonder where they could have gotten that from.
ARM, maybe? I wonder. And I have to admit, I kind of thought, oh, okay. So they're going to be performance cores that are used to what we're used to. They're going to be efficiency cores that mean nothing. Wrong on all of that. I have to admit, I was wrong. I'm surprised. We got a whole new Windows out of it, because technically 12th Gen Alder Lake is supposed to be on Windows 11. You can run it on 10. It's not a very good idea. They came out with a whole new scheduler and everything to handle the trade-off between your performance and your efficiency cores if you need to do some trade-offs back and forth, whatever the case may be. Windows 10 probably wasn't going to handle that very well, and instead of doing an update, which they could have done, we got Windows 11, which is a whole nother kettle of fish that we'll start shooting here in a minute. New platform, DDR5. They will support DDR4, but DDR5, PCIe 5, so long Gen 4. I don't even think I have a Gen 4 device yet. I don't.
So short.
I don't even have a Gen 4 device yet. We don't need it. Nothing's going to take advantage of it. Nothing's really taking advantage of it now.
Yeah, no
bye-bye. Up to 5, which is great. I mean, at least it's there in the future whenever something comes along that's going to actually support it.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. PCIe 4 has only been out since 2017.
Yeah, and it really didn't start getting integrated until the last, year and a half, 2 years.
Basically, yeah.
So, bye-bye. Oh, and then a few other things. They've got advanced UHD graphics driven by XE architecture. They're still Intel's crappy graphics. A whole bunch of SKUs, same as everything else. 12900K, top of the line. 8 performance cores, 8 efficiency cores, for a total of 24 threads. The performance cores are Intel hyper-threaded. The efficiency cores are not hyper-threaded. So, does it matter? Apparently not, because it smoked everything. Literally everything. It is back on top. There's no question about it. It even took down AMD's 5950X, their 16-core chip. Which is to be expected because it's 8 and 8, which means it's 16. So it's a 16-core going against a 16-core. If Intel did everything right, theoretically it'd be fine, and it is. One big drawback to that, and it's a big draw, they are not leading the way in performance over efficiency. These things are sucking back 240, 50, 60 watts.
Let's just say that you should be prepared to have your electric bill go up if you're using these for any sort of productivity work or anything like that.
Yeah. Now, if it's just gaming, they're doing pretty good. It's about comparable to what Ryzen's drawing. But when you got to put the balls to the wall, it's sucking it back bad. And for context, my 8-core does 80 watts tops, fully loaded. And they're running, I think it was like 140 on the closest thing, because they don't really have an 8-core variant to compare it to. Because even the i5 is a 6-core chip with 4 efficiency cores. So there's really nothing.
The 12900K, which is the 1624, apparently on Cinebench R20, was sucking back 307 watts.
Ouch.
Yeah. Which is 100 watts more than the 5950X doing the same test.
And probably, I'd say,
with
200 watts
minimal
more.
Performance gain.
Yeah. And probably 200 watts more than the 5850X, because that's going to do about the same as the 3700X, and at most, like I said, 85 watts. So, yes, it is doing better. It takes a lot of power to do it. So the question becomes, what is AMD going to do to strike back? Because clearly they have some options. Just have to wait and see. But it's so exciting to be able to straight face say, okay, now you can choose Intel if you want because it's the best. Because it is the best.
You actually
instead
have some
of being
options now.
Just a fanboy. But if you go AMD, you can say it's competitive, it's less electricity, less cooling demands, smaller cooler options. And you're not stuck with crap.
Right.
Because it's not crap. So it's exciting to see both as viable options.
It all depends on what you want to go for. Do you want extremely high performance? You've got Intel. If you want the performance with the efficiency, Ryzen is the way to go. If you want DDR5 and PCIe 5, go with Intel. If you don't care, if you want the cheaper stuff, go with AMD. It's nice, like you said, it's nice to be able to say with a straight face that Intel is now an option again.
It is an option.
Because the last 2, 3, 4 years, you couldn't say that realistically. They might have been on top for a little bit, but as soon as Ryzen brought out their next thing, it blew Intel out of the water.
As soon as Ryzen 5000 series launched, that was the end of it. And even the 3000 series, Intel could beat them in gaming, but that's just because all the games are optimized for Intel, have been for years, because AMD wasn't an option for about 5 years. Mm-hmm. Period. End of discussion. And the 2 or 3 years before that wasn't that great either. But as soon as Intel came out with the 2600K, and AMD came out with Bulldozer, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
That was 6-7 years of just ugh. It wasn't doing anything
for AMD, yeah.
And then if you wanted performance for multi-threaded productivity stuff, AMD was an option with Ryzen 1000 series, honestly. Get a Threadripper.
Yep.
3000 series made it competitive with gaming.
Or a high-end Ryzen 7.
Or,
you had those were still 8 and 16, weren't they?
The 7 was an 8. The 9s gave you the 12 and the 16. So the 39...
Well, yeah, it was 8 cores, 16 threads, is what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
No, I thought you meant 16 cores.
Yeah.
I got you. No, yeah, the 7s were 8 and 16. That's all they've been. The 1700s was 8 and 16. They've been 8 and 16 for the last 5 years. They got really good, and they gave you a 9 option, which got you 16 cores if you wanted it, which beat everything Intel had. Intel had nothing to compete against the 5950X.
Nope.
Even HEDT sucked. And if you still need HEDT...
There's only so many Skylake cores that you can fit into one die.
That was the problem. They had to cut back on 11th gen because of that. They literally cut out 2 cores on 11th gen. They went from 10-core i9, 10900K, down to the 10850K because they had to downbin it a little bit because the 10900Ks they couldn't make. So they came out with the 10850K, which was like a 100 megahertz downclock, just to make that work. And then the 11900K comes out and it's an 8-core chip again. You cut off 2 cores.
Mm-hmm.
They had to, because they were stuck in 14 nanometer for a decade.
Yep, basically.
What feels like a decade.
Anyway, good job, Intel.
Finally,
we'll bash you later.
Well, we can bash them all we want for Windows 11 too, because I have feelings about that. But we'll save that for the Windows 11 piece.
Okay, so this might be where we get into our Pixel experiences, but for now, we're gonna bash Google for a little bit.
Whoops.
Because they did something real dumb.
Whoops.
Not super dumb, but still funny dumb. So, my Pixel 2 was not affected by this because I was stuck on 11. But anything beyond that, obviously, would have gotten the Android 12 update. And apparently, Google sent a bunch of those eligible Pixel users a 1.8 gigabyte update to Android 12, which was basically the same OS that they already had. Basically the same build. Might have been a little bit different, but that was it. Yeah.
Whoops.
And if that wasn't bad enough, apparently some of those builds were people getting Verizon builds of Android 12 on their non-Verizon phones.
Whoops.
Yeah. So like I said, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world, but
no,
it's not the best thing in the world either.
That's so stupid. That's so stupid. How do you do that?
It must have been. It's got to be another instance of the intern going and pressing a button that they shouldn't have. Like realistically, I mean,
that's
if it's some
hilarious.
Senior management thing, then somebody's got a new job. Let me tell you. Woo!
That's hilarious. I love it. So funny.
Okay, shall we move on to Windows 11? We'll save the Pixel 6.
We'll do an actual.
We'll save it for discussion. Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. It's coming. Okay, so now we can bash Intel because we got to bash Windows 11 because we got to bash Microsoft no matter what happens because they can't do anything good. So, what brought this on? Well, the next Windows 11 update makes the blue screen of death blue again. So they borked something. It's terrible or whatever. It's Windows 11. What do you expect? This is probably going to get fixed before it's even an issue. And honestly, I say it's a non-issue because who's on Windows 11? According to Steam, 1.8% of people. That's all it's gotten. I'm not surprised by that. Oh, so why is this an issue? Well, it's because of Intel. How many things could you possibly have done to screw over another company by designing a new OS because your main partner came out with a new CPU design and you need to make a new scheduler for it? And we've seen this in the past. AMD came out with Ryzen. The scheduler didn't know how to handle the two chips on a die situation, so they had to update Windows 10 to get that working correctly. It's not the same in this case because it's still all one die, but it's still two different types of core going on. So Windows 11 bugged a lot of Ryzen users. AMD fixed it with chipset drivers just to have a lot of tech outlets who were doing reviews of the Ryzen CPUs because they needed to do reviews for the new 12th Gen Alder Lake, found out if you switched your CPU around, which isn't going to affect normal users, it magically unfixed the fix. So it rebugged the software again and crippled AMD's performance. So not only is Windows 11 a bad idea, if you're on AMD, period, end of discussion, don't do it yet. It's also not a good idea for people on Intel, because apparently Microsoft can't get Windows 11 right, and they're just sending out bug after bug after bug. So, good job, both of you. I swear, if I wasn't like a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist type person and drove down all those conspiracy paths possible, I'd swear there's collusion between these two at this point. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not doing Windows 11. Not for a while.
Yeah.
And it even gave me the option to update, and I'm like, no, don't you dare. Don't you dare do that. Mm-hmm. And I swear, if I wake up to Windows 11 one day, I'm going to be very upset. I don't know what to do with this.
Let's hope.
It's garbage.
So anyway, the actual article that you brought is about the blue screen of death, and I just had to bring up this meme because I've seen it all over the place, and I think it's hilarious. So you know how with like every version of Windows, the blue screen of death has just gotten simpler and simpler and simpler to the point where in Windows 10 it's basically a frowny face with your computer ran into a problem and needs to restart. So There's this meme that I've seen going around. This isn't the exact one, but it's close. So it's like the emoticon. It's X3, and it goes, ooh, oh, what's tis? Notices crashy washy. It looks like your PC went into a problem. We're just gonna get your daddy waddy, and we start for you. 69% nuzzled and wuzzled.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh.
Send that to me when you get a chance, please.
I will. Oh boy. Woo! Okay. So let's keep on going. My last article for this episode is one that's hopefully nobody has to deal with because this is super creepy. More than 1,000 Android phones found to be infected by creepy new spyware. Phone Spy records video and audio and steals contacts, images, messages, and more. So, if you ever scared that somebody might be tracking you or anything, then you should look at your phone and see if this is on it. The malware offers a fully featured array of capabilities that, besides eavesdropping and document theft, also includes transmitting GPS location data, modifying Wi-Fi connections, and performing overlay attacks for harvesting passwords to Facebook, Instagram, Google, and the Kakao Talk message application. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and here's a complete list of what the app can do. It can get a complete list of the installed applications on your phone, steal credentials using phishing, steal images, monitor your GPS location, steal SMS messages, steal phone contacts, steal call logs, record audio in real time, record video in real time using front and rear cameras, send SMS to attacker-controlled phone number with attacker-controlled text, exfiltrate device information such as IMEI, brand, device name, Android version, and conceal its presence by hiding the icon from the device's drawer/menu.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a good piece of poison right there.
Yeah,
no kidding.
That's everything. That's everything right there.
Mm-hmm. If you have ever installed something off of the official Google Play arena software box, whatever you want to call it, make sure that you turn that setting back off, because if you run into an ad or something like that and you accidentally click it, we all know that it happens. This could be installed on your device, and that would be awful.
Wonderful.
Nothing else to say about that. Let's move on to the last story, shall we?
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, my head hurts just thinking about this. You shall not pinch to zoom, Ben.
Don't do it.
You can't do it. The Rittenhouse trial judge disallows a basic iPad feature. So, Kenosha County Prosecutor Thomas Binger, might be Binger, whatever, Binger I'm going to say, cross-examined murder suspect Kyle Rittenhouse yesterday. He wanted to show Rittenhouse video on an iPad and used the touchscreen feature that phone and tablet owners around the world use every day, pinch to zoom. Judge Bruce Schroeder's ruling? You shall not pinch. No pinching, Ben.
No pinch.
No capes. No pinch.
You shall not pinch.
Schroeder prevented Binger from pinching and zooming after Rittenhouse's defense attorney, Mark Richards, claimed that when a user zooms in on a photo or video, Apple's iPad programming creates what it thinks is there and not what necessarily is there.
Let me just, for anybody who's doubting and is watching our video version, let me just disprove that to you right now, okay? This is one of the nice things about having a Pixel, is because it's got one of the best cameras on the market. And there is image processing. But if you're pinching to zoom on an already existing photo, nothing is being added. Okay? Here's a picture that I took earlier today. It's probably not going to show up very well on the camera. That's okay.
It's good enough.
Now I'm going to zoom in on it. Okay? Is there anything there that wasn't there before? No. It's just a zoomed in picture. Can I see some stuff a little bit better? Sure. But is there stuff there that wasn't already there? No, because that's not how that works. This isn't some crappy CSI program where you zoom in on a license plate that's 4 pixels long and 5 pixels high and you magically get a license plate number out of it. It's not how technology works.
No.
Okay?
No. No.
Anyway.
All right. So, Richards, which is Rittenhouse's defense attorney, provided no evidence for this claim and admitted that he doesn't understand how pinch to zoom works.
Hmm.
But the judge decided that the burden was on the prosecution to prove that zooming in doesn't add new images into the video. While Binger proceeded with his cross-examination, he used a Windows PC connected to a TV instead of an iPad to display drone footage from August 25th, 2020, the night of the fatal shootings in Wisconsin. While the TV screen seemed to provide an acceptable alternative to Binger's preferred method of zooming in on the iPad, Rittenhouse testified that he couldn't tell what was happening in the video in response to some of the prosecutor's questions. Okay. So the video still was allowed to be used. But what? Are we going to say the TV is going to start?
The Windows PC won't insert new images if you zoom in, okay? That's not how it works. There's no AI on a Windows machine. None whatsoever. That's stupid. That's got to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Jesus.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know how to respond to this. Legally, you don't want to add anything that could be more prejudicial than probative. Is this going to help, or is this just going to throw bias into everything? Okay, yes. AI processing that is altering the image would be prejudicial in this point. Get a court expert in from Apple? Prove that that's not what's happening? Let the jurors figure it out? Something. You just don't throw out evidence. Now, that's not what happened in this case, because he was just allowed to use an alternative display method to show the evidence. But good God. Ugh.
Stupid.
I can't. No pinch. No capes, no pinch.
You shall not pinch. Hey, let's move on to the discussion topics. Get past the stupid. And into the Shang Chi, shall we? So before we get into our thoughts, I'll just read a quick synopsis, and then we can start talking about it. Martial arts master Shang Chi confronts the past he thought he left behind when he's drawn into the web of the mysterious Ten Rings organization. Ooh, spooky. So, I have my thoughts about it. I think I vaguely know what your thoughts are going to be, but I want you to go first.
Where do I start? The movie itself is really good. It's Marvel. It played well. It's opening the doors to something. It's exactly what I expect out of a Marvel movie. I take issue with the artistic creativity in this movie. Specifically in the beginning, because it either my brain accepted it at the end, or there was less dramatic use of CGI. But oh my God, how much could you possibly throw in there, and could you make it any more obvious? It was like motion blur on steroids at points, with the martial arts moves and the effects and the trees moving. And it's like, this looks totally cartoonish to me. Not in the way it looks, but the way it was animated and how things happened.
Right.
Not necessarily the assets and how images looked, but just the motion that everything took. And it's like, okay, I'm a little upset with this. And it either got toned down towards the end, or I just started to enjoy the movie more than complain about the effects at the beginning. Because it did take a little bit for the movie to get going.
It did.
So, I don't know. I still take issue with the artistic direction that it took. But the movie itself is really, really good.
I don't know. I didn't notice anything like that, so I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. I thought it all looked about par for the course for a Marvel film. CG looked good. The action looked good. I was fine with everything.
Maybe it's an imaging processing issue that was happening. Maybe Amazon wasn't playing nice with it that day, or the TV wasn't playing nice with it, and it got better as it went on. I don't know.
I mean, it's hard to say.
I got it from the legit source that it's supposed to be on. It's on Disney Plus. That's what I watched it on, so that should be exactly how it looks.
Right.
You can't offer anything else besides that. I don't know. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. I like the story. I'm interested to see where it goes. I just took a lot of issues with the fight scenes and whatnot in the beginning, and the CGI looked too heavy for me.
I like the ambiguity of the alignment of the father, I guess, because I mean, he's running this secretive organization that's supposed to be running things behind the scenes, right?
Yep.
But we're never like really let on as to whether this is like a really bad thing. I kind of like that ambiguity, especially of his character, because it's like you see as time goes on that like he was like this brazen warlord, and then he met their mom, and then he mellowed out, and then their mom died, and then he kind of got all crazy again, and then he mellowed out after he thought he started hearing her again, and it all went downhill from there. So I like the way that his character kind of played out, because I don't think we've seen anything like that in a Marvel movie before. It's always been pretty cut and dry. I think maybe the closest that we've had was like the ancient one with her use of the dark dimension to extend her life or whatever. But besides that, there wasn't really any ambiguity with anybody else's alignment. And I mean, yeah, their dad is supposed to be a bad dude, but in comparison, like with his relationship to them, it's kind of all over the place, and I like it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you could tell he meant well. He was just misguided.
Yeah,
as far as their relationships go.
Mm-hmm.
It's also something you could kind of draw this comparison as well. He loses his wife. Hawkeye lost his entire family. Mm-hmm. He goes down. Is it Ronan? Ronan. Thank you, Ronan. He goes down that path after the events of Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
We don't necessarily know where things are going past that yet. Looks like we will find out when Hawkeye launches sometime soon, I hope. But it's kind of like that same thing, you know. He was a little misguided in his placement as well. It's you can understand it. You can understand it. What did he do? God knows. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of ambiguity in that. But there's also a lot of ambiguity with the Ronin thing, too. Like, we don't exactly know what he's done. We kind of do, but we don't.
I think their father's story kind of wraps itself up in a bow, because all of the questions are answered. Like, why did he force Shang Chi to start training as hard as he did after their mom died? And we find out because his father blames him for his mother's death. Why didn't you protect her? Why did you just stand there and let her die?
Yep. Misguided, but we understand his reasoning.
Exactly. I mean, he wasn't... The thing that he walked into was his wife was dead and his 2 kids are still alive. So, I don't know. I find his relationship with the 2 kids probably the most interesting thing about this movie. That and the dragon. The dragon is pretty cool, but you know.
Dragon wasn't embraced enough. That was really cool.
Well, realistically, we're probably not going to see any more of the dragon.
Realistically, no. But
yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, I really like. I'll go ahead and get into like the end credit scenes now. I like that Shang-Chi is now going to kind of fold into Doctor Strange's whole mythos because of Wong. That's going to be... I find that really interesting.
That felt very right. Like,
yes.
Well, okay, so we get into a little bit of a spoiler, but not really. We get into one of the fight scenes, and we see Wong, and it's like, yes! Awesome! A character that we actually like and we know. And as soon as he comes into the picture, I'm like, how is this not a Doctor Strange type thing? Like, these rings basically act in a way just like everything that they do. So it seems to tie hand in hand until it's not, which you can get into the end credits now so that we can explain that.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, when Shang Chi first uses the 10 rings, sending out some sort of like multiversal beacon. I don't know what to think of that. I don't know how we're going to tie into that. Is that going to be something with the next Doctor Strange movie? I don't know. That would be my guess because Wong's in there, but
it's very well possible that they just completely hid that information from us. Just like we've still yet to have gotten a freaking another Far From Home trailer. Not Far From Home.
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Yeah.
The dang home naming is so easy to confuse if you accidentally say the wrong thing. They did a good job with that. But, like, come on, give us another trailer. Are we going to get all of them or not? Dang it, we want to know if Toby and Andrew are in this. Tell us!
For real, yeah.
Tell us!
The movie's supposed to come out this year, isn't it?
As far as I know. I don't know. It could.
So,
but anyways, they're intentionally withholding information on that. They very well could have done the same thing with the Doctor Strange trailer. It didn't seem like it was going to be anything with that. It looked like it was just going to be introducing the multiverse. But then we have it's like, I don't know, is it tied together? Because the way they depicted the whole Doctor Strange thing is it was something that he royally effed up while trying to do a spell to help Peter out.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't look like it was anything to do with anything that happened in Lord of the Rings. The 10 Rings.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find.
Well, that is supposed to be for the Spider-Man movie, so I don't know. We'll see. We haven't gotten anything for the Doctor Strange movie.
Oh
yet.
Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
And then the after credits scene with his sister, I find also very interesting.
Okay,
the fact that she's now taken over the 10
I want to
rings.
hear your thoughts on this.
I don't know. I feel like she's just going to continue on what her father was already doing. Because, I mean, she was supposed to be there to shut the whole thing down, right?
Supposedly,
but she's
yes.
clearly not doing that.
She's clearly not doing that.
She's also adding the element of making it her own thing in that she's making sure that there's females that are being trained in the martial arts and everything, too. So her psychology for this whole thing is really interesting because her whole thing was her dad never let her train with anybody. She learned everything by herself and better. And she went off and built this fighting franchise thing all by herself because her father was not going to let her be part of the organization at all. So I find it interesting that when the time comes, she's the one that takes it over.
Yeah, I guess it just depends. There's a lot of ambiguity as far as the intentions.
Yeah,
clearly in the beginning it was.
I mean, she ends it with that cliche line, "Oh, we've got work to do."
Exactly.
What work? What are we doing here?
There's a lot of ambiguity as far as the purpose of the organization. There's a lot of ambiguity as far as her intentions.
Right.
She doesn't have the rings, at least as far as we know. She shouldn't have the rings, at least as far as we know. So there's a lot of things that can't be done the same way as they would have been done with her father because she is missing that critical aspect. Is it going to matter? The heck if I know.
Yeah.
It was an interesting turn of events at the end, but I don't. Without knowing intentions, I can't formulate an honest opinion about it. It's like
I assume that's probably going to factor into the next Shang Chi movie more than likely, unless they decide to factor it in somewhere else. But I can't see where else they would put it in.
I don't know. They just said it. The 10 Rings will return. It didn't
Yeah, this is true.
And that's another ambiguous thing, because the 10 rings are referencing the rings, but it was also the name
referencing the
of the army, the organization.
Mm-hmm.
So, what 10 rings are we talking about? Are we talking about the organization, or are we talking about Shang Chi and the actual 10 rings? Or are we talking about both? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Could be Shang Chi and the 10 rings versus the 10 rings. Oh, we know.
Yeah, for real. I don't see anything about a 10 Rings Disney Plus series, so it's got to be in one of the movies somewhere. Coming up.
There's so much expansion going on right now. This expanded into a whole nother thing.
Mm-hmm.
The multiverse is going to expand into God knows what.
Yep.
The Internals just came out, and Lord knows what that's opening up.
Plus, there's supposed to be an end credit scene at the end of Venom, the new Venom movie that's supposed to factor into the MCU somehow. So God only knows about that.
I'm surprised about that, given how much them two hate each other.
Yeah, I know.
Like, Sony play nice with Marvel? Since when?
Yeah, we should still be surprised that the Spider-Man thing is still happening.
I know.
Woo! Good Lord. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap it up. What rating would you give it out of? Well, I guess there's only one apt rating for this out of 10 rings.
Out of 10 rings, it's probably a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd give it an 8. It's pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah. We usually
I'm
do
interested
out
to
of
see
5,
what,
so that's a 3.5 versus a 4. It's pretty close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm interested to see what they've got in Venom and the Eternals, so hopefully those come out before the end of the year. We shall see. Anyway.
It's coming out this year, to be honest.
Shall we move on to the Pixel 6 talk?
Let's
do it.
We
finally got our hands on these bad boys.
And oh God, where do we start? Who do we bash first? What do we do? Do we start on the good news? Do we start the bashing? Do we just hobble along? What do we do?
I don't know.
We got a lot to discuss.
I don't know. I'm going to start out with saying that I have thoroughly enjoyed this phone. Not that I don't have my issues with it, but I do really enjoy using this phone.
Okay, well, since you had a Pixel, what do you like? What do you dislike? Because at least you've had Pixel experience.
I still hate the in-screen fingerprint reader. It works, but it's so much less accurate than a physical one, which they could have added in the exact same place on this phone. So who knows why they didn't?
I said the same thing.
That's probably what with your Z4.
As soon as I had the Z2 Play, I had the fingerprint sensor down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time, 100%, never. Okay, I can't say never, but hardly ever messed up.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Whereas this thing, I can consecutively go 3-4 times and it not recognize.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can go 20 times and it's fine. It
makes no sense.
Weird. I'm not as upset about that as you might be, but that's just because I've had an in-screen fingerprint sensor for the last 2 years. So, as far as my experience goes, it's about on par with what I got with Motorola. I don't think it's better. I don't think it's worse. It might be a little bit better. It's not worse. What is worse, 100%, and I can't figure it out. Ben and I have both thought of different things. I cannot, for the life of me, get the godforsaken gestures to work correctly. Specifically,
one
the gesture
specific gesture.
which is, and it's really hard to explain for those who haven't used the gesture-based navigation.
It's the app switching gesture, the one that brings up multitasking.
You're supposed to be able to swipe up and hold.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to give you the entire... And I'm trying to do it now, and it's not working.
So let's see. I can probably do it on the first try.
It's so weird.
Maybe not if I'm doing it on camera, but... Yep, see, right away.
Whereas I'm legit trying. Now, if I get it to... If you kind of swipe to the side a little bit while going up... That sometimes works a little bit better. Or just straight up swipe to the side. And it works just fine. That part... But then that's one by one by one. You got to swipe through all of them. You don't get the entire list. It ticks me off to no end. I don't understand what's wrong with it. All the other gestures work fine. And I'm too used to the gestures at this point to go back to the end screen buttons. Which I thought about doing, and I did for all of, 15 minutes, and then I got to an application where it actually mattered that the additional screen real estate wasn't there, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about this detail. Because on the home screen, it really doesn't matter.
Right.
The buttons literally don't take any extra room.
What app were you using where it mattered?
I got to Chrome, and I started reading articles, and it's like, oh.
Okay.
And then I'm sure Facebook will do the same thing. But I didn't get enough. I was like, oh, okay. I did forget that these buttons sometimes do stay on the screen. I mean, I got used to it. It was fine. And it worked 100% on my Motorola. And I had issues in the beginning, too. But I finally learned it. It took about a day. I learned it, and I've never looked back. And I kind of get agitated when I have to use an Android device at work that doesn't have gesture options, because I'm muscle memorying I'm like, oh crap, I can't do that. Everything else is 100% an upgrade. Fingerprint sensors on par. The gestures are a downgrade,
at least for now,
for everything, because there's other gestures as well.
Right.
You cannot, and the reason why I'm doing this, you could get a chop to flash light option on Motorola. You could do a quick twist to get to the camera. None of that is available on here. I miss it so much. Now, they do give you an option to double click the power button, which will then launch the camera, and I'm okay with that. And we also found there's a double touch on the back that will do certain things, but unfortunately, flashlight is not one of those options. Yeah. So I'm very much missing my quick access to the flashlight, just because I was so used to just doing that.
If you have never had a phone with it, you would not realize how useful it is.
It's so useful.
Even me having the Pixel for going on 4 years before this, the chop to flashlight was easily the best feature on that old phone. Easily. Because you don't realize how many times you use your phone as a flashlight to look under things or
you don't
to
have
move
that
around at night or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Until you're half asleep and you have to groggily pull down the thing and hit the flashlight toggle, and then it comes on, and then you have to do the same thing to turn it off.
Which sounds so stupid to complain about.
But it's such a game-changing option that it's ridiculous.
It sounds so much. It sounds too much like a gimmick to be true. But honestly, guys, it was one of the best features of a Motorola phone. Other than the almost perfectly clean. There's a couple of the widgets that I liked better. The clock widget, for example. I liked better on the Motorola one because you could get time and weather versus just time. I hate the analog clock on Android 12, by the way. That thing is ugly. I don't know how anybody can stand to use that. Just change it to digital. Yeah, Another thing that I'm not a fan of...
that you can put on the home screen?
Yeah. Another thing that I'm not a fan of... Okay, so the clock and the time widget is there, but then you're
Right.
stuck with the clock and the date up above it.
That's true.
And you can't get that off. So it's on there twice.
That's why I don't bother with the widget, because, I mean, realistically, if I'm looking at my
unnecessary
home screen,
on this phone.
You've got the time up in the corner.
Time up there in the corner. It is unnecessary. But I've been on a phone and I've had that for such a long time. I can't really. And it's a very easy way to get to your alarm as well. So, yes, it's repetitive, but I'm not going to get rid of it. I also can't stand, and this is about one of the last complaints I have. I can't stand that the Google search bar is stuck on the bottom. I want it up top where it frickin' belongs. The fact that you can't move it is what makes me mad. Because, okay, some people might say it belongs on the bottom. Great. Give me the option to move it. No, you can't move it. It's just there. You want to get rid of it, you have to get a new launcher.
It is a little annoying not to be able to move it, but I've gotten used to it at this point, so it's not really a point of contention.
I'll get used to it. I've gotten used to it. Okay, fine. Everything else is... Okay, so the gestures suck. Mostly because the lack of gestures. And the one bug that I'm having, because Ben doesn't have the issue with the swiping to switch apps gesture.
Not at all, no.
So that's just something up. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me. But I could do it on the other phone just fine. So I don't think it's me. I think there's something a little bugged out. But I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's screen protector. I don't know.
I mean, it could be.
Did you... Oh, speaking of which, and I did notice that this did help. Did you improve the touch sensitivity option? There's an option to increase touch sensitivity on your screen, specifically for screen protectors.
No. I haven't had an issue with this after putting
it helped with the fingerprint sensor.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yes, it did help with that. I did notice an improvement after I enabled that option. The battery, oh my god, the battery is amazing. I've been off the phone, off the charger for 12 hours, listening to music basically all day long. I'm at 55%.
You're right. That helped a lot. I just did it 3 times in a row with no problem.
There you go.
Okay.
You're welcome. So if anybody's having an issue with that, try, and you used a screen protector, try improving your sensitivity, because I noticed it. I didn't think it did anything at first, because I was just scrolling to see, this is the same. But when I started using the fingerprint sensor, I was like, oh, yeah, that's helping a lot. The battery is amazing, gosh. The display
I think
is beautiful.
Our experience with the battery, I think, is the same, because I've had mine off the charger since like probably 8:20 this morning, and it's now 10:40 as of time of recording. I still have 30%. I've been doing stuff on this phone all day. I haven't put it on the charger once.
Yeah. So
like, I'm talking. I'm not just talking
heavy
like
usage.
Watching YouTube videos or anything. I played games. I watched YouTube videos. I watched TikTok. I scrolled through Facebook. Scrolled through Reddit. Anything that you could think of. This was not a light day on my phone.
No,
still
wasn't for
30%.
Me either. This is the lowest I've seen it get since I've had it, and I'm still impressed with it because, okay, another thing that's bad, but you might be used to it. Battery usage. Does their battery usage thing make any sense to you whatsoever? Or is this the same as what it was on your other Pixel?
I never paid attention to it enough.
Okay, I used to use it a lot because I used to care, but this one's making me care less because I'm not killing my dang battery, so
yeah.
I literally didn't have to charge it on the dang car. Like, I didn't bother plugging it in. What did I plug in? I plugged in my Pixel Buds because I use those all day. Even though the case is fully charged, I still wanted to charge it in the case. The Bluetooth issues that I had, they're gone. I haven't tried GPS, but I know the GPS is going to be fine. I get better cell service. Wi-Fi calling is amazing.
Wi-Fi calling is very nice, yes.
I love that feature. Feature I didn't have. Screen's beautiful. The camera's... Oh, God. Okay.
The 90 Hz screen...
sucked.
the 90 hertz screen. Before we get into the camera, going from 60 to 90.
I didn't think
does
it'd make
not seem like that much. But the increased fluidity it's so nice. It is so
it's beautiful.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
I wouldn't
everything.
If I was having a little bit of an issue with the battery, maybe I would experiment with turning it off, but as is, nothing. No problem.
Maybe 2 years down the road when the battery's worn out a little bit.
Maybe.
But they've also taken a lot of measures to counteract that. But I did run into exactly what I feared this morning. So, because I am still quite used to what used to be 4 a.m. wake-up time, I'm still quite used to not getting a lot of sleep. 6 hours is about all I do without waking up. Now, I can force myself to go back to sleep, no problem. But I did it this morning, and I go to check my phone, and what did it do? It got all the way to 98%. So my fear that it wouldn't be charged before I woke up is actually a reality if you wake up too soon. So they're doing adaptive charging. They will charge it up to like 80%. So if you're at 50, it'll go to 80. And if you've got your alarm set and it's 6 hours from now, it'll hold 80% all the way up to wherever it needs to start charging again to get it to full battery by the time your alarm goes off.
Yep.
Well, if you wake up before your alarm, depending on how much early you woke up, you might find that your phone is like at 80% still. Just depends. I think that's a little annoying if it's an issue all the time. But if it's going to save the battery, if I wake up to a phone that's 95% charged instead of 100% charged, am I going to moan, groan, and complain? No.
And you
can also turn it off.
The battery life on this thing is disgusting. 5% is like...
It's not.
It's nothing.
It's not changing anything.
No.
So they're doing a lot of measures to keep it intact for a long time. What is it? It's like a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, isn't it?
It's something like that.
If that's the case, it's like a full 1,500, maybe 2,000 milliamp hours bigger than my old phone. So I fully expect to get 2 days out of this.
The Pixel 6 is 4614 milliamp hours.
Okay.
And if we compare that with my Pixel 2, that's, what did I just say?
4614?
46?
Something like that.
That's about 1,100 milliamp hours more than my old battery was.
The Z4 had a 3,600 milliamp hour battery. So, I'm 1,000 more.
1,000 more is still 1,000 more.
It's making a difference. And this is a bigger screen, higher refresh rate. 5G supposedly sucks down a little bit more power. Oh, okay.
Sure.
Here we go. Here we go. Now we can really start getting into the complaints, unless you have more... we didn't appraise the camera yet.
Oh, yeah. The camera, I haven't got to play around with it much, but it's gorgeous. It's like one of the best cameras on the market. You can't complain about it, really, realistically.
Okay. You came from a Pixel 2. They haven't really upgraded the cameras up until now. Now they're an upgrade. You have no idea. No idea how much of an upgrade it is for me. I knew Motorola had a reputation for bad cameras. Oh my god. Ben, this thing is disgusting how much clearer everything is. Even zoomed in to the max. It's still way clearer than what I could get not zoomed in. It's so crazy. And I love the little gimmicks that they've got in here. The slow motion stuff, I really want to get into that. Magic Erase works really good.
I still haven't played around with that, but I want to.
It works. Let me tell you.
Does
it works. Now, it does some weird stuff. If you're trying to get the primary person out of the camera, that they took up a good 40% of the frame. It has a really hard time guessing what was behind them. you can see the imaging processing on it. It's like, oh, you got some work to do.
Yeah.
But background crap, oh my god, it blends so flawlessly. I can't even tell sometimes. They did a good job with that.
I'll have to take some test pictures and play around with it later.
It's so good. So good.
Okay, so what are your complaints now?
Okay, now we get to bash AT&T, because we always get to bash AT&T. What was your download speeds? I don't remember.
Let's see. Download was almost 200, I think. 200 megabits a second.
Just do a live test. Because theoretically, it's going to be the best it can be right now. I have to admit, it is better than what I was getting. So I'm doing about 120-ish.
So my download 169 and 13.2 upload.
My upload still isn't doing great. It's like 8. So it is faster.
When we connect back to...
I know what you're going for here, and I don't know if this is going to help me.
Which is basically about the same as what I'm getting on Wi-Fi.
The router that's in here is
it's a little bit better,
obviously the one I should be using because it gets the best connection. Unfortunately, it is not a gigabit router, so it's going to be capped at 100 if I use that one, even though we're supposed to have 400. There's just nothing you can do about that. So if I connect to the one in the living room, which is only like half the percentage that it should be, I'm still getting 200-ish. It's fluctuating a little bit. Oh, God, that reflection sucks, but whatever. It's 191 is where it finished. My rant about that. And I'm not entirely sure how accurate this rant is now, because all the information that I've been told by AT&T is that you have to have an unlimited plan to enjoy 5G access. The phone clearly says 5GE. I don't know if the phone's lying to me or not, but those speeds indicate something has changed, because I never got 100 megabits here at the house off of cellular. In the beginning, I was getting 50 to 60, and then here lately it was 20 to 30 on LTE.
Right. Yeah.
So something's different. Maybe they're confusing themselves with millimeter wave versus what's standard out in the air, and their marketing isn't clear. But I think it's baloney that AT&T wants you to have that. But now I'm beginning to think it's not an issue.
I mean, clearly.
But you know what it did at work?
I'm just glad to have any sort of service out here, because before, when I was just on 4G, this area is like a dead zone.
Is it?
It says you're connected to LTE, but you couldn't do anything. Anything.
That's the problem I have
like
at work.
You try and connect you try and like do freaking like get yourself somewhere with the GPS, can't find the route, can't do anything. Now, nothing. No issues whatsoever.
I need to test the GPS, but I know that was a bug with my old phone. It would disconnect. It would just say, GPS signal lost. I couldn't make calls at work. At least not in the department that I'm in, because apparently that's a dead spot in the store. I used to be able to do calls all the time. Wi-Fi calling fixes all that. Connect to the Wi-Fi? Great. Now I got service. I'm not losing messages anymore from multiple people that I'd lose messages from. You being one of them. Although we've had less issues with that since RCS dropped, but...
Yeah, thank God.
We still had issues from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
All of that's went away. So I broke the rule. I did exactly what I said not to do, and I pre-ordered the Pixel 6. And so far, I have to say, thank God my bet paid off. Because this could have been a total disaster.
It could have been.
With the exception of a few quirks.
I mean, realistically, the only thing that you were betting on was whether or not their new custom designed chip was going to be any good.
I haven't had a single performance issue out of it.
Nope.
The only thing that I've had performance related is that gesture issue. And that very well could be the dang screen protector for all I know. Not entirely positive what's up with that. But everything else has worked just fine. It's quick, it's snappy, it's fast. Not having the other gestures is just, they just don't have it. It's not a defect. They just don't have it. All my other complaints is software. That's just the way they did it. I'm used to a different launcher, and now I got to get used to the Pixel launcher. And who knows, they might add some of these features that I'm wanting in future versions.
We'll just have to wait and see.
And then I'll really have good prices when I can get Android 13 and 14 without wondering, oh God, is my phone going to get updated? No more worries about that.
It would be really... it would be really cool is if they implemented some sort of way to create your own gestures.
Yes.
Like where it uses the accelerometer and everything.
Which is exactly what Motorola did.
You do a gesture, whatever gesture you want to do.
And build your own.
It records it, and then you assign that gesture to
task.
Whatever you want.
That'd be great. That'd be perfect.
That would be, if somebody built that would be game changing.
Do you just do that? I like the I like the double tap thing that I didn't like any of the options that it gave, but it's a good idea.
The screenshot is the only option that seems halfway decent. Everything else is like
no.
Yeah.
Screenshot, yeah, maybe. And with this phone, I might actually take that into consideration because I'm not a fan. I don't know why. It just seemed easier to grab the bottom button and the power button when they were side by side. Power button being on top breaks that.
Right.
Now you got to grab the top power button and the bottom volume button to get the screenshot. Whereas I used to be able to do it with one finger if I was good at it. But it was just more natural to not have to bridge a button. That's just button placement. I'll get used to it.
Okay.
Good phone. Good phone.
Yes, very much so.
But I'm never pre-ordering anything again. Oh, we didn't even talk about that fiasco. Ben?
Oh,
when did you order your phone?
Twice?
Oh, that was my fault.
That too. But okay, so let's see. Let's go into my email. I ordered my phone
28th or the 29th?
October 28th.
Okay.
Is when I ordered my phone.
And what day did you get your phone?
I got my phone on the 8th, actually. I got it on Monday.
Okay. So he ordered Thursday the 28th and had his phone Monday the 8th. When did I order my phone?
It was probably a good couple 3-4 days before that.
The 25th. The second order. The 25th.
Okay.
The first one was the 24th. And I canceled that because and that was my fault. I didn't realize that the Pixel Buds had 2 color options. When I realized that the dark olive was an option, I was like, oh no, I'm getting the dark olive. I am not doing the white Pixel Buds. Not happening.
Mm-hmm.
And when did I get my phone?
You didn't get your phone until, 2 days ago?
The 11th. So I ordered my phone a full 3 days before he ordered his. And it took 3 days longer for me to get mine. Why, Google? Why? I pre-ordered. I should have been one of the first ones. He didn't order it until it launched. And he gets his phone before I do?
Special. And I still got the Pixel Buds.
And he got the free Pixel Buds.
Offer.
Even though that it wasn't offered. It was really cool that they sent you a coupon for that. It really was.
Yes, that was cool.
Because those Pixel Buds are amazing.
I'm betting that they've got to be doing some sort of special features or something between that and the Pixel. So that'd be the only real reason to do that.
So far they haven't. I hooked it up to my other phone just for laughs and giggles, and it functions the same. So far they haven't, but that doesn't mean it can't change. I'm sure there'll be Pixel-specific options.
On your other phones, don't you have to download an app to get to the settings for them?
It installed it automatically, now that you've mentioned it.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to do that on the Pixel. The functionality is built in.
Technically, the functionality is built in. It automatically downloaded the Pixel Buds companion app. And it gives you the functionality, but you don't have to have... Probably because it's already built into the phone. So they don't have to add an app.
No.
But, oh God.
You can get to the settings and everything through the Bluetooth menu.
Sweet. I didn't think I'd like them. I really didn't. I haven't gotten them for how long the damn thing's been out now? A couple of years?
The Pixel Buds?
Yeah. I mean, they had the original ones, they have the 2, and now they have the Series A, which is the ones that we got for free.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I wish they had, and it's just because it's a Series A, I wish I had the volume controls. It's the only thing I miss. Because it would be nice to be able to adjust it from the Pixel Buds, but other than that, things are amazing.
I think noise canceling would be nice
yes,
too. But again,
yes.
they're $99 Bluetooth
They're $99.
headphones. You can't really complain too much.
If you want those features, get the full Pixel Buds.
Mm-hmm.
But they were free with the phone, so I'm not complaining.
Not one bit. I still haven't gotten mine because, again, it happened. I think I ordered mine it had to have been 2-3 days after I ordered my phone because they sent me that coupon code. But okay, all right, let's move on to our final section of the show now that we've done our rants and all that good stuff. Let's see. Our first trailer for the evening: The Book of Boba Fett.
Finally,
let's watch.
I am not a bounty hunter. I've heard otherwise. I know that you sit on the throne of your former employer. Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect.
You were all once captains under Jabba the Hutt.
I'm here to make a proposal that's mutually beneficial. Why speak of conflict when cooperation can make us all rich?
What prevents us all from killing you and taking what we want?
If you had spoken such insolence to Jabba, he'd have fed you to his menagerie.
Please, speak freely.
Finally, some more Star Wars. After the long drought that has been since The Mandalorian Season 2. Finally, more Star Wars.
Well, you got to be very careful about wishing for more Star Wars because we've gotten burned.
Oh, no, trust me. I know. Yes.
So much.
But I am happy with the direction that it's been going since the Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Very happy. Considering that they've had Jon Favreau at the helm. That man is a Star Wars godsend.
No more Kathleen Kennedy, please. No more of her genius decisions. Let's just say that.
Yeah. On to the next trailer. Ghostbusters Afterlife, the final trailer, has finally dropped. So we're going to watch that.
I remember Revelations. And I looked as he opened the sixth seal. There was a great earthquake. Judgment Day. Raise a call.
I'm calling about what happened in New York.
There hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years.
Oh my god. What is happening here?
My grandfather was a Ghostbuster. Something was coming and he knew it.
I think we opened the gates of hell.
Hey, have you missed us?
Yes. 1,000%. Yes.
Okay, now did you hear...
I need this movie in my life.
Now did you hear who I thought I heard last time?
Yes, they're both there now.
Okay, can't believe I messed up.
We've got Bill Murray and
Dan,
other guy that I can't...
Dan
Aykroyd, yes. Mm-hmm. They're both in there. And I presume since there's 3 Ghostbusters in that ending shot, we're also going to get Ernie Hudson back.
Probably.
Which is also exciting.
Maybe we'll finally have something that's decent. A remake. Well, it's not a remake.
I still have refused to watch that Ghostbusters reboot, remake, whatever that they did. The all-female one in 2016 or whatever it was.
I haven't seen it either. I don't even know if it was supposedly any good or not.
I don't know. I don't want to watch it. The first 2 movies were just fine as they were. I don't understand why they had to go back and try and reinvent the wheel with it. Anyway, I'm going to say I would... I'm not even going to feign. I would go see this in the theaters. 100%.
Wait till it comes out.
No.
rental.
You'd wait for a rental, really?
Yeah. No, I'm not. Okay, if we go for ratings, yes. Sorry.
Yes, that's what we're doing, David. That's the whole point of this thing.
Getting confused. It looks good. I'd go see it in the theaters if I was going to go to the theaters. I'm not going to.
But neither of us are.
So
spoiler alert. Anyway, let's move over to the penultimate trailer of the night for Morbius.
You need a doctor?
I am a doctor.
I should have died years ago.
People all over the world have my disease.
I'm here
To find a cure, we have to push the boundaries, take the risks.
If you're gonna run, do it now.
People are strange.
Dr. Michael Morbius, you've been missing for 2 months.
When you're a stranger.
Then you were found on a container ship that washed up off of Long Island.
Faces look ugly when you're alone.
What did you do to yourself, Doctor?
I wish I knew. I went from dying to being more alive than ever.
It worked.
Not exactly. I have increased strength and speed and some form of bat radar. What else can I do?
There are limits. There has to be.
There's something inside of me who wants to hunt and consume blood.
Michael. When you're a stranger. Faces come.
And you control it.
I don't know.
That was funny, yeah. I can tell that they're trying to set up the Sinister Six now with him and Vulture, and I think I want to say, and I can't say for sure because I haven't seen it and I haven't gone to seek anything out, but I'm pretty sure that Vulture also appears in the end credits of the new Venom movie. I could be wrong, like I said, but I'm like 99% sure. So, we'll just have to see. This looks good.
I have no idea, man. I really don't.
I'd probably say I'd wait for a rental on this one. Not because I don't think that it's going to be good. This trailer just doesn't get me, like, up and going. Even like the Ghostbusters one did. It looks interesting, but it's not interesting enough to me yet to want to go out and watch it in a theater.
I would say wait for a review.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure exactly what this is. My fault for not knowing the backstory. But it's like, okay, is this going to be a really good movie or is this just going to suck? And I can't tell from this trailer. Yeah. It looks good, but it just might be terrible to me. I don't know. Wait for a review.
All right. Let's move on to the final trailer of the evening for Limitless.
So you're probably asking yourself why I'm dangling off a rope 1,000 feet off the ground. I'm asking the same question. Well, Disney wanted to make a show about longevity. Turns out this has something to do with it. Here we go.
I'm getting older now, and I don't feel invincible.
It makes me want to push myself to such an extreme and live as long as I can and continue to make the most of every moment.
If you push yourself beyond the point at which you should be coming out, there is a real risk you could die.
Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this?
What's making you nervous?
Oh, death is usually a big one, yeah.
We want to make you so resilient.
How can we be present with our stress now so that it doesn't kill us later?
So strong, so powerful.
If this is going to challenge your body, it'll challenge your brain too.
That you can go toe-to-toe with Father Time, and he's not even going to bother you.
We change your body to do a reboot on your system.
You know, we're basically going to need sort of Chris Hemsworth 2.0.
The new me. Let's get on with it, shall we?
The interesting. Not at all what I thought that was going to be about.
What were you thinking?
Well, okay, so I don't think I've had you watch it yet, but there is a movie called Limitless that stars Bradley Cooper. There's also a show called Limitless, which features Bradley Cooper, stars some other dude that I can't remember the name of. Both are about a pill that unlocks the full potential of the human brain. Both very interesting. I like both. And that's what I thought this was, because Disney had bought Fox, and that whole thing is like a Fox thing.
Okay,
so.
Gotcha.
It's literally named the same thing, but this looks interesting too. It's kind of cool.
Disney Plus is just killing it.
Oh yeah,
it's ridiculous.
This is like one of the examples of something that, while it might not necessarily cater to me, this looks like something that somebody would actually watch instead of half the garbage that's pumped out onto Netflix nowadays. The only thing that's halfway interested either of us that's been put out onto Netflix is that movie with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds. Everything else is,
which I'm still gonna watch.
It's out now apparently. I saw it on my father-in-law's Netflix while we were over there today.
Got homework for tonight.
Interesting. All right. Well, I think that's where we're gonna leave this episode.
What was your rating for this? You didn't give a rating.
I guess I'd probably watch it. I mean, it's hard to give it like our traditional rating, but
it is, because it's a different.
This would be something that I would watch on it's like a lazy Sunday watch, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's exactly what.
This would be something where, you're in. It's like a Sunday afternoon. You've just eaten lunch. You're getting ready to just chill for the rest of the day. Mm-hmm. This would be perfect to throw on.
Yep, I agree. It is kind of hard to give it a rating. I'll watch it. Looks good. Looks interesting.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, that's where we're gonna leave this one, guys. Thank you for coming along this ride with us. Hopefully, it doesn't turn out too long, because I'm looking at the runtime now and Anyway.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, we'll have to see what this trims down to. Anyway, thanks for listening. Be sure to leave a rating on whatever podcasting platform you have been listening on. If you're on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe, make sure you turn on notifications. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode of Podcast Period. This episode was hosted and produced by Ben, co-hosted and edited by David. You can contact Ben on Twitter at BenPlaysVidges. That's Ben Plays, VIDYAS. And you can contact David on Twitter at Car6by16. If you'd like to chat with us about any of the topics on this episode, you can hit the show up at Podcast Period on Twitter, or shoot us an email at podcastperiodpodcast@gmail.com. That's all for this episode. We'll see you next time.